Morning everyone. We will start our webinar by 10. Let's allow a few more participants to join this session. We just wait for another 4 minutes. Can we start? Can we start now? All right. So it's already 10 a.m. In the meantime, we still allow and admit our incoming guests. So just let's start our webinar today. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Welcome to our QGIS webinar series. Today's session is connecting and adding third-party web services into QGIS. We are glad to have participants from across Malaysia and beyond, if any, joining us. This webinar is part of our ongoing effort to help GIS professionals enhance their QGIS workflows using external data sources. So today, we are not just GIS users, we are data connectors linking our system to live geospatial data sources around the world. So by the end of this session, you will be able to understand types of web GIS services, connect third-party map services into GIS software, load and visualize external base map or dataset, and manage layers in the project. So my name is Farida and will be your host. Together with me are Ms. Hazli, our technical person, and Mr. Lies Mokrawi, our speaker. So before we begin, I would like to go through a few housekeeping notes to ensure a smooth session for everyone. So this session is being recorded and will be shared later via email or on MyGIS for your convenience. Kindly keep your microphone muted throughout the presentation. So you may unmute during the Q&A session if you wish to ask a question verbally. So during the presentation, we encourage you to post your question in the chat box. We will address them during the Q&A. So in addition, kindly set your display name to your real name so that we can address you properly during the Q&A session. So just a quick guide to rename. Click on the participants icon and then you can locate your name. Click the three dots next to the mute button and select rename. So it's done. Okay, what do we do in GIS innovation? So at GIS Innovation, we specialize in providing GIS solution using open source. Our services include GIS consultancy, system integration, professional GIS training, GIS application development, and data integration using FME. Next, maybe we move to the agenda. So, before I hand over the session to our speaker, let's see the agenda for today's webinar. it is very straightforward, and we will start with what is QGIS. Next, we will look at third-party web services. After that, we will show the web services interface in QGIS and GIS Simple. Then we will discuss why bring feature services into QGIS, followed by GIS workflow summary. And then we will use case example and demo to show how it works in practice. Then definitely we will highlight the benefits as well. Lastly, we will end with a Q&A session. So the slide are keep concise, as our speaker will guide us through a live demonstration for better understanding. And without further delay, I would like to hand the session over to Mr. Elias. Hope everyone enjoy the session. The floor is yours, Mr. Elias. Over to you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Farida, for the presentation, for the introduction. And thanks also, Lynn, for all the preparation and the support. Okay, today, the reason why we are presenting this is because there are more and more data which is available through the internet. Okay, and we, instead of talking about file-based flat files or RDBMS-based database, geospatial database, or even any kind of data. Now, we are going to speak about the web, how data or geospatial data is being streamed into into other platforms, or into desktop applications, or even apps as well. Okay, but before that, we need to, since we are going to demo this through QGIS, mainly talk about QGIS. So what is QGIS? QGIS is an open source desktop GIS software. So it is entirely free. You can just download it from the QGIS website. What else? It is cross-platform. Sorry, I'm jumping a bit the points. It is cross-platform. It is important. So if you're using Windows, it's fine. You can have it there. If you're on Linux or Mac, you can use QGIS as well, or even Android. Okay, it is very user-friendly and a powerful software as well. What else can we add? It supports a wide variety of formats. Okay, that includes GeoPackage, SRE geodatabase, personal geodatabase, SE shapefiles, GeoJSON. You can open CAD files as well, and KML. All right. It is tailored to your needs. It offers a very wide variety of plugins, which you can download through the plugin dialog. We have done a webinar on that earlier. And speaking of webinars, so this is our number 15 in our list of webinars, which we have started close to 2 years now. So whenever there is a good subject, we just add on that, and we plan for the webinar. If you have any ideas, or if you have any requests, please do request for webinars, and if we can do that, yes, we can definitely help you with the webinar. Okay, let's move on. So talking about plugins, so these are some of the plugins that we have developed. Some of them are just like very simple scientific related, such as random points to create points on a line, or others to select features, easy feature selector, or transferring tools from transferring features from one layer to another. And since we are doing a lot of work on FME, we also have developed the QGIS to FME form connector. So this is to be able to process the data in FME and get it back as a layer into QGIS. And also we have created or developed another plugin which is called Q2G, which is QGIS to GeoServer that is used to serve maps or stream maps over the internet. So this Q2G is part of our ecosystem. We're going to talk about it later on very briefly. So basically, you just create a map on QGIS, and then you can send all the data, style them in GeoServer, then create your map as well, and you'll be able to create a web map without programming. Right. So we have done also some webinars on GIS Simple, which is our flagship software now. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can just put them on in the chat. I'm sure that Farida and Lynn will be happy to assist you on that. So let's get into our subject. What is a web service or a geospatial web service? So it's a web-based service for accessing vector layers. So you are a company with a lot of data, you create vector layers, and you want to share your data over the internet. So you use web services for that. Most of the web services allow you to do queries, to filter, and a few of them help you to do editing over the net. So that is something that some people would like to do. We are going to talk about that. So what else? What can you do with web services? Real-time updates. Okay. So meaning that whenever somebody updates data using the desktop, and then they update the data, if it's a flat files or geospatial database, the updates will be reflected immediately. So some of the services that we are going to talk about, we are going to talk about WMS, WFS, WMTS, and we are going to talk about ArcGIS server, ArcGIS feature services as well. And the reason why we are doing that is because QGIS can read those, and we are going to see why. What can you do with that? We have some examples. So web services, just to give a bit more details. So WMS stands for Web Map Service or Services. You are all familiar with Google Maps. So basically, Google Maps is something like WMS. What you will do is whenever you make a query, it will create an image of the map and then show it on your browser, right? So WMS is the same. So you are streaming back images. WMTS is the same as WMS, but this is for faster rendering. So there are some limitations, and that is very useful to have it as a background map if you have more data. Okay. WFS. So the difference between WFS and WMS is that WFS helps you to stream features, meaning that, okay, WFS, as the name mentions it, it's web feature service, which is to stream back features onto your map. Right. Then we're going to look at what are the pros and cons in using WFS and WMS. Okay. WFS-T, or we call that transactional WFS, which allows you not only to stream or to view your data, but also to be able to edit your data. WCS, Web Coverage Service, it's for raster data like DEM and imagery. And then you have OGC API, which is more like on a feature basis. But we are not going to talk about the last two, not even WFST, but we are going to concentrate more on the three first. And also, just to mention that all these are OGC standard services. Okay. So WebMap and feature services overview. So we have spoken about WMS, WMTS, WFS, ArcGIS feature server. Now, how QGIS connects to web-based rasters and vector datasets. We are going to see that in demos later on. All right, so you have a better idea instead of just talking about the theory. Okay. So why these services matter? So these are standard protocols for serving geospatial data over the web. So enable, as I've said earlier, enable live map and centralized data management. It's supported by QGIS, ArcGIS, GeoServer, and MapServer as well. Used for base map analysis layers and editable data sets. Okay, let's go deeper. So WMS or Web Map Service delivers pre-rendered map images. So you can choose which format you want, PNG or JPEG. Then the server handles the styling and the rendering as well. Client only displays the image, so meaning that your browser will display only the image. So it's good for base map and thematic layers where you don't have to do any specific analysis. It is not editable and it has limited attribute querying. Right. WMTS, it's style-based version of WMS. So it uses catch styles for very fast performance, meaning that it will not process the data all the time for you and show them live as it is in WMS. When I say that, it sounds difficult, but this happens very fast on the server side. Okay. So it's ideal for web maps and mobile apps. It has a fixed level and styling, not suitable for analysis or editing. So of course, same like WMS, you can't do any edits. WFS, however, serves vector features with geometry and attributes, so you get back your data. All right. Supports filtering, querying, and spatial analysis. So WFS is read-only, and if you are using WFST, WFST is editable. Used for asset management and analytical layers, heavier than WMS or WMTS, depending on the server performance. So meaning that, of course, when you send back an image into the browser, it is faster and it does not take as long as serving the entire data set into your browser through, of course, the specific software. ArcGIS feature server, so this is proprietary in the sense that it is developed by Esri. Okay, it is similar to WFS, supports querying, filtering, editing, and attachments. Works with ArcGIS Online server and portal. It has rich functionality and good performance as well, same like WFS. Now, overall, QGIS supports WMS, WMTS, WFS, and also ArcGIS feature server. So we are going to take a look at how you can get your data into or your web services into QGIS. So when to use what? So WMTS is for fast base maps. WMS is for styled server maps. But remember, it's always images that you are getting back. It is not the features. WFS is for raw vector data. ArcGIS feature server is for, if you want, it's the same like a WFS. And then for web editing, you can just use WFS-T or the feature servers, the ArcGIS feature server actually. So it all depends on what are the tools that you have and which ones you can edit or get the data from. QGIS connection setup, we're going to see in the demo shortly. So you can add layers. We are going to see how to configure for WMS, WMTS, and then the same for WFS and ArcGIS feature server. Right. Okay, I'm going to skip this CRS. It's not really necessary. So as spoken earlier, so use case example, if you have your server somewhere and then you need to share your data with other organizations or the public, then you can just use a WebGIS platform to do that. And the way to serve your data will be through any of the services that we have described earlier. Okay, so centralized WebGIS or WebGIS for planning and decision support, field data collection synchronized to the feature service. Okay, we have done a webinar on our application, but easily also they have their own software that can do that, their own apps. Okay, real-time updates displayed in any software which is web-based. Okay, so whenever you do the edit of your data, it will be updated automatically. Right. User control and data governance via centralized authentication. So if you don't want your data to be public, then you can set some authentication to access the data through a username and password. So overall benefits, unified workflow across feature services such as ArcGIS, QGIS, or any other software like GIS Simple. Lower licensing cost if you want to share your data. Okay, so it can be through open source, or even if you share your data through other proprietary software, it's still cheaper to share the data that way, and you can keep your data safe as well. Faster deployment of WebGIS apps, meaning that the data is, whenever you do the edits, it is reflected on the spot, basically. Scalable for enterprise use. So no matter how much data you put in, it will be added. So usually all these software, they have their own mechanism to download only the data where you zoom in and not the entire layers. So for example, if you have data for the cadastral lots of Selangor, of course, when you zoom out, you can see the data, but you can set things like display, scale display, and you'll be able to, whenever you zoom in to a certain scale, then the lots will appear. And whenever you pan, only the lots that are shown or which are located inside your map extent will appear. All right, so it's quite advanced in the sense that you'll be seeing only the data that you are viewing. So enhanced decision making with real-time spatial analytics and dashboards. This is basically what you'll be doing with your data. So it is sharing your data for people to take a look from the web and to be able to take decisions, to make decisions on specific cases. So how do we bring the feature services into QGIS? All right. So QGIS has direct support for a few, for most of the services that we have cited earlier. So I'm going to skip this slide, but prefer to show you in the demo. So basically, the workflow summary is you have the feature services. You have your desktop software that allows you to see the feature services. You can have, actually, this is It doesn't have to be this way all the time, but I would just change some. I mean, from QGIS, you can send your data to GeoServer, and then the feature services will be able to be streamed through the WebGIS. So this is not like a workflow that you have to bind to say that this is the only workflow. It depends on different cases and how the workflow will have to be done. Like in this case here, what we are doing is, for example, we have Q2G in QGIS that helps to send the data to GeoServer, and then we display them in GIS Simple, which is our web-based platform. From there, the users can download the data in our app, which is GeoVirtualis or GeoV, and then they can send back the edited data into GeoInbox to be able to update or to be able to commit the data into the database. But for now, what we want to show is just how to bring the data into the web services into QGIS. All right. I would like to thank GMG, Jabatan Minerd and Geoscience Malaysia, for publishing their data for everyone to see the data. So let me just bring here the, hang on a second. So, okay, this is my browser. So very quickly, I just put GMG maps. If we look at my gems here, all right. So GMG has made their geological maps available for the public for free. And the good thing is that they have provided, these are all ArcGIS server data sets or feature servers that you can use and add into QGIS or any application that you have. So I like this initiative because it's very useful. Let me just add, okay, let me just open QGIS. There you go. So in QGIS, what we can do is, firstly, let me add just a base map, OpenStreetMap. Okay. All right. And I go back to layers. How does it work? How can you add the data from GMG into QGIS? So what I need to do is I look at the data that I need. They have different categories. This one is offline, but the rest is all online. So what we can do is we can use this geology asas. So we will just copy the link. Then we go back to QGIS and we click on the Open Data Source Manager, which opens here. So it opened on a different window. All right. So here you can add different formats, different type of different types of data and formats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on ArcGIS REST Server. I have already created the connection here, but I just want to show you how it works. You click on New, and then you just give it a name. Just put here Geology Demo, right? And then I just paste my URL. Done. Then I click OK. There's no authentication. This is, you don't need a username and password. So I just click OK. And I have here my connection ready. I will connect to the server. And these are all the layers from GMG's website. So I'm going to choose, this is all geology. Let me choose QGIS. I'm going to choose QGIS, for example. And then I just click on add. I remove this. I'll just close it for now. So I can see that I have some data here that has been added. Let's zoom to the data. Right click, zoom to layer. Let me just turn off this. So this is the geological map of QGIS provided by GMG, courtesy of GMG. So if I want to see clearly, I'm going to remove or I'm going to turn off the OpenStreetMap. So this is the QGIS map. So we can do the same thing with the rest of the data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going just to search for the rock age data. I'm not going to put the lithology. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove both of them and add everything one go. All right, so I click here to add my data. I connect to the server. And what I'm going to do is I have rock age here. I'm going to select all of these. Then I click on add and close. Take a bit more time because we have a lot of layers, but at the end, this is our data. Okay, so this is the map of the entire Malaysia geological map. Okay, and the beauty is that if I turn off all this, turn on just, let's say, Terengganu, I can just click on the layer and then click on Open Attribute Table. And you can see here that I have the attributes of all the data here. And because this is a feature service, I should be able to save this as a geo package locally. Let me see if it works. Export, save features as. I'm going to choose geo package. Then I find a name. Okay. I have geology. I'm going to open this folder. Then I will call it. So this is Terengganu. Okay, I should just put here geology, for example, geology, because we can put as many layers as we want. Click on save. So this is our file name, and then I click OK. So you can see that I have downloaded the data. It is here. I can use it. But you can see that the styling is not the same as the original data. Okay, but it's very easy. What we are going to do is, since the data is the same, just that this is a flat file, I'm going to copy the style from the original data. So I have here styles, copy styles. I'm going to copy all categories, and then I just right click on the new layer. I go to styles, and then I paste styles, and then I paste all styles. As you can see that now all the styles from the original data has been copied into our layer here. So these are some of the things like these tricks about styling, how to copy styles, how to save data. These are things that we teach usually during our training courses, which we organize maybe every 2 months once. Yeah. So if anyone is interested, can contact Farida. So this is one thing. This is basically our data that we have loaded in from GMG's website. But what if we have some other data? Let's say I'm searching for samples. All right, so what can I do? I'm going to move QGIS away for now. And then what I'll do is I'm going to search for samples. I'm going to type open layers, sample ArcGIS, ArcGIS feature, web features. Let's see. Let me check this one. I have a sample here. Not this one. All right. So this is a sample of ArcGIS REST feature service, which represents, hang on a second, this is, I think, land use for the UK, at the coastal land use for the UK. Yeah. So what if I want to use the data from here? How can I do that? I just look at the code, and I can see that I have the URL here, but the URL is broken a bit. Okay. So how to fix that? Let's say if you don't know, just a moment. Okay. Let me just add a new chat. So I can just go to, let's say, sorry. All right. Exactly what I didn't want. So I'm going to just prompt, just put a prompt, say I have a link. Oh my goodness. Let me check. Can just go to Gemini. And I put a prompt. I would say I have ArcGIS feature services, ArcGIS feature services URL, which is broken. Please fix it. So let's see what's going to happen. All right, so here you give me the exact link instead of the broken link. Okay. It has nothing to do with the RGs or anything like that. It's just because it is taken from the code of the page. So let me just copy this link, then go back to QGIS. And in here, I'm going to open the data source manager, like what we did earlier. And I'm going to create a new connection. I'm going to call it land use. And then the URL will be the one given by Gemini. I click on OK. Let's see if it works. Yeah, so this is the data. And I will just click on add. Okay, I'm just going to use that. Click close. So this is the data that was added just now. And what I'll do is I'll just zoom to layer. This might take some time. Okay. Okay, so it started drawing here the data. Okay, so in this case, whenever we zoom in or out, it will draw again the data, which is not very practical, but just to show you how it is done. So this gives you an idea on how to get your data into ArcGIS, into QGIS. Okay. All right, I'm not going to spend much time on this. Should be the data itself, and let's see if we can get the information. If I click here, open the table, this might take a lot longer because the data is huge, I believe. So I'm going to abort that first. Okay, so this is part of the data, which is loaded from that layer, the sample from open layers. So what is open layers? For those who did not attend our previous webinars, open layers is a library that helps to display your map on a browser, basically. All right, let me show you another example. So by the same way, if you have examples of WFS, so here you can do the same WMS. This is from, if I click here, this is one map from Singapore. So if this is, they're using WMS, so I can just add the layers. Okay. So I can just zoom to layer. So this is the maps that they have. This is for Singapore. It's just an example. By the same way, you can add WFS. Where is that WFS? WMS, WFS. So if you have WMS, WFS data, those are just names. We don't have connection to Plan Malaysia or whatever. So if I click on test, I'm not really sure what is the, okay, this one doesn't work. This one was just a test. Anyways, so you can just add your layer. If, just to show you something else, let's say if you don't want, if you need to use other applications as well, let me log into GIS Simple. So I just go back to GIS, and then I have that prepared here already. Yeah. So this is with GIS Simple. This is the data shown earlier from the UK. If I can just zoom here, these are all from ArcGIS server feature. So ArcGIS features data, feature data sets. Okay. All right. So to load the data, as you can see, this is if you have an application. So all these are all the same data served by the same GeoServer. So we can load them as WMS, WMS large images, WFS or WMTS. If I take all the samples, can just open another map. Let's see what other maps we have. This is geology just now. I'm just going to show you. This will open the geology of Penang. I can just turn off the layers I don't need. Okay. I have some other maps as well. ArcGIS server. Okay, that's the same. And this is the geology of Kedah. Let's zoom in there. Oh no, it's not Kedah. That's Penang, I guess. That was a different layer. Let me just open. So now it's open here. It has loaded the data. This is read directly from GMG's server. Okay. So if you have, can just take a look at the data as well. Okay. These are all the attributes. Okay. All right. Just an example. But if you have, for example, a layer here, let me just give you another example of layers. Let's see, I have a TTDI layer. If I zoom to that, as you can see, I have loaded the data as WMS. Okay, the data is not there. Let's see. All right, there you go. Okay, can also view it in 3D when applicable. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is just to show you that the data can be also added if you have third-party applications, can be manipulated, edited to a certain extent, or you can just preview the data and zoom into the data. You can preview the attributes as well. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our slides just to make sure I've not forgotten anything. So this is what I wanted to show about if you have any links, then you can just add them into QGIS or any third-party applications. I've shown you also how you can fix the link if you have some samples. If you're not sure, just put it into Gemini or Copilot to fix your URL. I've shown you also how to add the data into QGIS through the data source manager. Okay, other thing I wanted to show you is in our application here, let me just close back these. So the way we do is, if I want to add the data, just I'm signed in already. So I need to open the ArcGIS feature server panel. From here, I can just look at the saved. I have saved already the. I had saved that the layers. So you can just access to the URL, and then you choose the layer you want. From there, you can add it into QGIS or your application if required. This is our presentation for today. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer it. Farida, is there any questions so far?
Yes, I dive into the chat box. No question for time being. If anyone want to ask verbally, you just unmute your microphone and ask Mr. Lias. By the way, thank you very much, Mr. Lias, for the presentation and the live demonstration.
Welcome. So this is very simple actually, and you can do a lot more, but this is just one way to get data from external sources into your application. Okay, so I find it very neat, especially when you have more data available, like what the GMG has done, which I really appreciate. So this will help you to just load the data without saving it even into your into your hard disk, or even to worry about the styling. that will be already styled for you in some cases here, like for the ArcGIS feature call services. But in some other cases, of course, like when it comes to WFS, it won't be styled, so you may need to style that yourself. Okay. All right. So I don't have anything else to add, but please, whoever has a question, you can come forward. You can just type in the chat box or just speak. Just unmute yourself and speak. Ask. Okay. If there are no further questions, Farida?
Okay, Sirif, since this is our last webinar before the IGRSM conference next month, so maybe you want to add a bit about the event and our participation there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be, yeah, that's a good thing. I want to thank also IGRSM for sending the invitation first for this webinar and most of the webinars. We will be participating in the IGRSM 2026. Let me just check something. IGRSM 2026. Just a moment. All right. So this is the IGSM 2026. That would be good to drop by our booth or just to visit, to go to the exhibition and the conference. It is a very good conference. I suggest you to take a look. It's worth it. All right. Okay. So in my case, I don't have anything else to add. Maybe you want to take some screenshots, some photos of everybody, whoever wants to turn on the camera.
Okay, so before we wrap up, so I just want to say thank you for joining today's webinar. We hope you will continue exploring QGIS and integrating web services to enhance your spatial workflow. So the recording link will be shared via email and uploaded to our YouTube channel. For your convenience, you can revisit it anytime. So for those who joining us for the first time, as Ms. Elias mentioned earlier, we have conducted several webinars on various topics. Don't worry, you can always watch the recording on our YouTube channel, MyGIS Webinars, or visit our website and check out the recorded webinar section. So if you like to learn more about our solution or product or arrange a private session for your team, feel free to contact us and reach out to us. So we would be happy to schedule it out for you. So anything Elias want to add?
No, just if anyone wants to subscribe to our YouTube channel, here's the QR code. So we put videos often, and as you mentioned, the recording and all the past recordings are available on our channel. So yeah, please help yourselves.
Okay, all right. If everyone is ready, can turn on your camera for the quick screenshot session, photo Wi-Fi group session. Okay, let me check with Hazli. Are we good to take the screenshot now? Yes. Okay, is everyone ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2, 3. 3. Sorry. The last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day and see you again in our future webinars.
Thank you very much. Thanks. See you soon then. See you for our next webinars. Bye.
Bye.